Breaking. An unexpected trade has just shaken up the NFL behind the scenes, and the Los Angeles Chargers are at the center of this upheaval. My friend, this isn't just any move. We're talking about a bold decision that could change the game. Before the season even starts, I've gotten behind-the-scenes access, and I'll tell you every detail. But first, if you wear your Bolts jersey with pride, like and activate the bell, because this story will take you by surprise. Chargers fans, get ready because the last few hours have brought some breaking news, the kind that directly impacts the future of our team. There's an unexpected return to training camp, a revised veteran contract that completely changes the game behind the scenes, and even rumors of a potential bombshell in the trade market involving one of the NFL's greatest pass rushers. It's news after news, and every detail could impact the 2025 season. So, stick with me until the end, because I'll tell you everything with the wealth of information you need to understand what's really happening in Los Angeles. Let's get straight to the point. Chargers fans were surprised by a scene that brought smiles to even the most worried fans' faces. Mekhi Becton, the right guard who had been sidelined with a mysterious injury, finally returned to practice. That's right. After more than 3 weeks away from the field, the big man reappeared, not only participating in individual activities, but also displaying that contagious energy that fans love so much. And look at the detail that caught everyone by surprise. In one of the videos released, Becton appears finishing his rep and immediately after, jokingly colliding with a teammate. This isn't just good humor. It's a sign of confidence in his body, a sign that his recovery is truly progressing. For those who follow the Chargers, this is huge news, especially since Becton's prolonged absence had been generating anxiety in the locker room and in the stands. Back then, Jim Harbaugh had already said that the injury wasn't considered serious, but made it clear that the situation would be evaluated on a daily basis. And now, this return not only confirms the prediction, but also restores hope to the group that suffered a huge blow with the likely loss of Rashawn Slater. With each practice without Becton, the fear of seeing the offensive line lose even more competitiveness grew. But today, the feeling is one of relief, and the psychological impact of this return cannot be underestimated. The simple fact that Becton is back, active, smiling, and integrated into the group already strengthens the team's morale. Chargers fans, who had been wondering if the team would be able to protect their quarterback in 2025, can now breathe a sigh of relief. Of course, there's still a long way to go before the season opener, but Becton's presence completely changes the landscape. And speaking of changes in the landscape, if the guard's return has already brought peace to the offensive line, the next topic is one that directly affects the franchise's heart and wallet. Let's talk about contracts, financial flexibility, and, of course, how Joe Ortiz is playing a real chess game behind the scenes. If Becton's return brought peace of mind to the field, Keenan Allen's contract brought even more balance to the franchise's coffers and demonstrated once again how strategically the Chargers are operating behind the scenes. When it was announced that the wide receiver had signed a one-year, $8.52 million deal, many interpreted the news as a sign that the front office would be committing a considerable portion of cap space to retain the veteran. After all, Allen is a well-established player, a fan favorite, and a force to be reckoned with inside and outside the locker room. But, as with almost all major NFL moves, the details hide the real story, and it has just come to light. According to updated information from Over the Cap, the actual impact of Allen's contract on the 2025 salary cap is nowhere near the initially reported amount. Instead of $852 million, the actual impact is only $527 million, representing significant savings for the franchise. Of the total, only $255 million is fully guaranteed, while the net cash payment for the wide receiver is around $3 million. In other words, the Chargers managed to secure one of their offensive leaders, one of the most consistent players at the position in the entire league, for a price that can be considered a true bargain compared to the numbers of other NFL veterans. And why is this so important for Los Angeles? Because with this type of maneuver, the team ensures it retains one of the most secure and reliable pieces on the roster without sacrificing financial flexibility. Currently, the team ranks 12th in the league in salary cap space, with approximately $27,259 million available. It's a figure that provides breathing room for future maneuvers, whether to sign specific reinforcements in areas that still need adjustments, or to stockpile ammunition and make a major move in the market if the right opportunity arises. Another striking detail is that even though he's currently the most expensive receiver on the roster, Allen carries very little weight on the payroll. This is because the front office has managed to assemble an extremely young and inexpensive group of wide receivers, taking advantage of the rookie contracts of names like Ladd McConkey, Trey Harris, and Keandre Lambert-Smith. All of them are still on low-cost, controlled deals with plenty of time left, which places the Chargers' receiving core among the most affordable and promising in the NFL. Even Quentin Johnston, who still has 2 years left on his rookie contract, figures into this equation and reinforces the idea that the team's passing attack is competitive competitive, financially sound, and above all, sustainable in the long term. And when we talk about sustainability, it's impossible not to think of general manager Joe Hortis's style. He's not known for rushing into decisions. On the contrary, his trademark is precisely taking roster construction to the last minute, always keeping an eye on opportunities that may arise. Just remember that last year, he surprised everyone by closing the trade for Elijah Molden at a time when no one else expected any moves. This shows that even with the current flexibility, there may be a trick up your sleeve ready to be played, and where there's financial room, speculation naturally arises, and this is where things heat up. Rumors surrounding pass rusher Trey Hendrickson are stirring up the league, and guess who appears as a potential destination? Yes, the Los Angeles Chargers. After months of failed negotiations, the Cincinnati Bengals have decided to put Trey Hendrickson, a star pass rusher and Pro Bowl star, on the trade market. And guess which team appears as a possible destination? Yes, the Los Angeles Chargers. And it's not hard to understand why. The Bengals know Hendrickson is one of the best in the league at his position, but they also know he wants a new contract, and it won't be cheap. That's why they're asking a high price, a first-round pick in 2026, and a young talent in return. And this is where Chargers fans start to worry, because the name being speculated is none other than Tuli Tuipulotu. Tuipulotu is only 23 years old, and has already shown incredible flashes in his first 2 years in the NFL. He's seen as a key piece for the future of the defense, and in 2025, he should finally have his first season as a full starter. Trading a young, cheap, and potential-rich player for Hendrickson would be questionable to say the least, especially because, while Hendrickson is excellent, the difference between him and Tuipulotu doesn't justify sacrificing a first-round pick as well, and this is the crucial point. The Bengals are asking too much. 3 years ago, the Chargers acquired Khalil Mack for a second-round pick and a sixth-round pick. Mack was already an established star, with no contractual issues and an immediate impact. Comparing that trade to what the Bengals want for Hendrickson is, to say the least, disproportionate. Therefore, despite the Chargers' constant appearance in speculation, the truth is that such a trade seems unlikely. The team does have financial flexibility and draft capital, but giving up Tuipulotu and a first-round pick would be a step too far. Joe Hortiz will likely continue to monitor the situation, ready to act if the price drops, but without compromising the franchise's future with a risky gamble. And it is precisely this balance between boldness and caution that could define the 2025 season. The Chargers currently have a competitive roster, flexible cash flow, and young talent ready to explode. Hendrickson's arrival would be a luxury, but not an immediate necessity. Subscribe to our channel here and activate notifications, so you'll always be up to date with everything that happens with our favorite team.